fight here in the state of New York. Well, there's a look at Mike, and he really is a throwback.
Well, he's
right now, let's go up to the ring announcer, Ed Darian, for the pre-fight introductions.
From the beautiful Madison Square Garden here in the Big Apple of New York City, as well as the Empire State of New York, Don King Productions and Madison Square Garden proudly present New York is Busting Out, a scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout. Is approved and sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, the former light heavyweight champion of the world, Jose Torres, chairman, Rose Tretman and Jimmy Dupree, commissioners. The chief physician in attendance at ringside this evening is Dr. Frank S. Folk, along with his two fine colleagues, Dr. Billy Lathan and Dr. Richard Estrico. The judges, Pat Dolan, George DeGabriel, and Georgie Colon. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Carl Duke Schroeder. The timekeeper to bell is Cecilio Pedraja. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout, referee Luis Rivera. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the black and red trim. He tipped in at an even 225 pounds. This gentleman has 16 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 10 knockouts. He is ranked number 7 by the World Boxing Council from Queens, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mitch Blood Green. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 215 1/4 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 20 professional bouts with 19 knockouts. From Catskill, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson.
Little question as to the public choice.
I want a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any knockdown, go to the first neutral corner and stay there until I tell you to come out. 3 knockdown without the fight automatically. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. Check hand with the belt sound of a fighting corner.
One of the things we're going to have to see here is whether the Quick Tillers fight was a meaningful learning experience for Tyson, or whether it exposed a weakness he's always going to have to fight to overcome.
Let us also remind you that we have ringside our own unofficial judge, Harold Letterman, who is, of course, a judge in the state of Nevada and was so much a factor in the last fight that we showed you here on HBO, that between Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. Round 1, Mike Tyson right on top of Mitch Green.
Just as expected, Mike Tyson comes out like a locomotive, going straight for Mitch Green. Green, what he's going to have to do to be successful is to box. Pretty much do the same thing a boxer should do to a puncher. Keep that jab in his face and not be intimidated by his punching power.
Mike Tyson and his cornerman Kevin Rooney, his trainer, were not real pleased with the Tillers fight because they said, both of them said, that he didn't double up. He just was a little bit lazy, especially in the later rounds. So we'll see what he does about that against Mitch Green.
Well, Mike Tyson told me the fact that he was somewhat a little reluctant to go full steam because he was going 10 rounds. I had that same experience when I fought my first 10 round in Baltimore against Rafael Rodriguez, Barry. It's in your mind, you know, the fact that can you go additional 2 rounds. But being conditioned like Tyson, there is no major problem.
Heavy-handed fighter. They say heavy-handed like George Foreman, but much faster than George Foreman. And just kind of getting over the butterflies of the first round. And he has them. He told us he definitely has a fear when he climbs into the ring. He says, I think any normal human being who says they're not afraid, not nervous when they get in a boxing ring is either crazy or lying.
Well, it's your adrenaline. It's that anticipation of facing your opposition, knowing that he's capable, and the fact the crowd here who are definitely for Mike Tyson.
And he, of course, will be quick to credit Customato with
Come on, step back.
his overcoming
Very
that
good,
fear
very good.
and that nervousness. In fact, he credits Customato with his career period. It's a story that has been told many times, and we'll develop it as this evening goes on.
Well, Mitch Green is complaining about the head of Mike Tyson. You see what's happened? Tyson is not allowing Mitch Green to punch. He's staying right in his chest. He's smothering his punches, staying close to his punch, staying close to his opponent. It's similar to Joe Frazier. Always aggressive, right in front of his man. Now we see some head movement by Mike Tyson.
That was about a three-punch combination by Mitch Green, Ray. But once again, it looks like Green is off balance when he throws his punches.
Well, the mistake that Mitch Green makes is the fact that he doesn't coordinate his fist. He's slapping his punches. And you have to make a guy like Mike Tyson respect you. Have to get those punches in and get him in sharp. That's the uppercut that was working for Quick Tillers.
Remember, this is only the first round. It's a very up-tempo first round. Good uppercut there by Tyson.
Come on, let it go, say.
And shots to the body.
Come on, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Another thing that Mitch Green is doing, he's trying to tie up Mike Tyson. He's not doing too good of a job now. He can't allow Tyson to get inside and work his body. Because in doing so, those body shots slows down your maneuverability.
That punch did land after the bell.
You just a little bit more, but a
Green
real good
tapped
round.
him and
That's why you gotta
forgave
come back punching like that. How you feel? Great. All right. Give me a little water. Little sip. Not a boy. There you go. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Here you'll see, after the bell, right there, that last punch, a grazing punch.
You understand? When he get inside, tie his arms up, tie him up when he get inside, like this. You understand? Double the jab, straight right hand.
Keep that steady pressure. Keep it up.
Tyson's late mentor, Customato, taught what has been called the peekaboo style, holding the gloves up close to the face while you're coming forward. He wanted his fighters to be entertaining and aggressive, but not to lead with their chins. And you'll see that that's what Tyson tries to do.
The tactics that Mitch Green wanted to use was to tie his man up once he gets inside to stop him from punching and work to the body. He's not been successful, mainly because he's not tying his man up right. Got to grab those arms.
You heard Mitch Green's corner tell him, tie him up in there. Incidentally, the peekaboo style of Mike Tyson is different than that of some of Customato's former pupils. I'm sure Larry Merchant will talk a little more about that, but his gloves are actually down around his chin rather than up on his cheeks.
What I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not this clinching by Mitch Green is going to frustrate Tyson, because it has a tendency to really frustrate a fighter.
Good left hand by Tyson. Green got a couple of punches in, but as far as how solid those punches are, there's no comparison. Now Green holding and hitting.
In fact, he should get a warning here from Mitch Green from holding behind the head.
See, and again, Ray, it just strikes me that Mitch Green throws an awful lot of punches off his back foot, which it seems would just take away all the sting.
Well, also, Mitch Green has a bad habit of leaning back. Watch the left hook of Mike Tyson land. Every time Mitch Green moves backwards, he has to keep those hands high. He shouldn't be inside with the fight like Mike Tyson. Tyson's arms are shorter, so he's able to throw quicker shots. There's the left hook I was talking about. Those short shots, Barry, are very effective.
The other thing that strikes me, Ray, is that Mike Tyson just seems to be right on top of his man before his opponent even gets a chance to take a breath.
Well, he stays right in his opponent's chest, because what happens by him being so close, it compensates for his height, the disadvantage. You notice that there is no mouthpiece in Mitch Green's mouth. He was knocked out by a left hook. Green needs to keep that mouth shut.
To Green's credit, he hasn't taken a backward step. Whether that's wise or not remains to be seen.
You notice time and time again, that left hook and those little short shots. Very effective shots. This is not the type of fight that Mitch Green want to have.
All right, break. Come on, break. Stop back. I told you, stop holding them punch, man.
And he did draw a warning from Luis Rivera, the referee, about holding. Green's in trouble.
Those shots to the body is doing is taking his toll. Really working. A lot of body, a lot of leverage. The body shots. Watch for the left hook. There it is again, Barry.
As advertised, inside of 10 seconds.
That hook is getting shorter, more powerful, and more effective. The uppercut's working beautiful for Mike Tyson also.
That was a good round for Mike Tyson. A very impressive round. Getting all of his shoulders into every shot, it seemed.
Get on the outside and tie the man up when you get inside. Boxing. Tie the man up when you get inside. You ain't got to punch inside. Tie him up. You understand? Throw the 1-2 from the outside and tie him up. 1-2, tie him up. Don't fight him inside.
You don't have to fight him inside.
Tie him up. 1-2, jab and jab. Move this round. Move this round. When you get inside. Blood. Stop fighting his fight. Move this round. Throw the 1-2 and tie him up.
All right.
You understand? Hear me, Blood?
That's something. Give me the snap.
Blood. Get him on the outside. Hold it. When he get inside, tie him up.
How you feel? How you feel? Okay, keep it up. Keep the pressure on. Just keep moving. Just keep moving like that. Stay right on him and keep punching on the inside. You're doing excellent, baby. Real good.
Come on, Tim.
When Blood Green was a gang leader, they say he had over 100 men in his gang. Right now, he needs some of them.
And again, Mike Tyson bolting out of his corner right on top of Mitch Green.
Let it go, man.
Tyson is so much physically stronger than Mitch Green, and he's using it to his advantage. Mitch Green is doing the wrong thing. He's fighting Mike Tyson's fight, trying to fight him inside, trying to exchange punch for punch. He can't do that. Tyson's far too strong for Mitch Green to fight that way. Mitch Green needs to get outside, work his jab, and attempt to outmaneuver Michael Tyson.
That's exactly what Green's corner. Green has been bleeding from inside the mouth, and I can't help but wonder if maybe he might not have suffered some jaw problems when he lost his mouthpiece in that last round.
When his mouthpiece was knocked out of his mouth, he kept his mouth open. Again, Barry, you have to watch these little short shots thrown by Mike Tyson. Very, very effective.
You gotta work these out. Don't break. Come on, step back. Come on,
Inside, it can do a great deal of damage to the mouth.
You know, the last fight that Tyson had against Tillis, and what a shot. That is an awesome shot.
That was just a jab. You have to appreciate one left jab. And the mouthpiece is gone once again.
Started to say Tyson and his people weren't happy about the fact that he had a hand free in a situation just like this against Tillis, and he didn't take advantage of it. But is he doing that tonight?
Well, the problem he's making, he cannot keep Mike Tyson off of him. Those little inside shots is really busting up the mouth of Mitch Green. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was blood inside the mouth even between rounds, as we mentioned. He can't help it. He's breathing through his mouth.
Barry, watch the left hook. The left hook is doing a great deal of damage.
Come on, step back. Come on, do your work.
Its inside is short, less than 6 inches. Even the uppercut of Mike Tyson has been effective.
That was a right hand to the top of the head. Green breathing through his mouth.
Tyson keeps that chin tucked in, so it's difficult to hit him on the chin. Hands high. He works his way in.
That was a right hook.
The man possesses so much power. He has dynamite in both hands.
It really is impressive.
And whatever punch that he's able to land against Mitch, it has a tendency to shake Mitch up. Those big broad shoulders, big arms. You see the exposed area to the body.
You have to think, Ray, that maybe the Tillis fight woke him up.
Well, it reassured him that he is a conditioned athlete. He can go 10 rounds, so there's no need for him to slow down the momentum. Both hands.
It's obvious that Mitch Green just doesn't use the body he has. He's tall, he's got a long reach, but he doesn't use it.
You're not working the line enough. You're doing excellent, but you can't lose.
He's holding it up.
I know he's holding. You keep the hand that's free. You just keep hunting. But dig in, get mean. Keep the meanness in you. Keep the meanness in you.
Now here we see why the mouthpiece come out with that left jab. And in fact, why it's so difficult for Green to move, because Tyson looks quick in there, and he looks like he surrounds him. And here's the card of our unofficial judge, Harold Letterman.
Larry, so far Mike Tyson is awesome. He swept the first 3 rounds with clean, hard, effective punches. He's staying right in Green's chest. He's just running away with it so far.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Tyson anxious to get to work.
I want to mention one other thing, too, and that is that it wasn't only the mouthpiece that Mitch Green lost. We have a production assistant over on the other side of the ring. Said in addition to his mouthpiece, it was a bridge with a couple of teeth in it.
Let's do professional. Come on.
That'll just give you an idea of how tough Mike Tyson is.
Let it go. Let it go, man.
Mike Tyson, in this ring, he's at home. I mean, he fights with so much authority, so much confidence, so much determination.
Come on, step back. I said break. I said break. I know you got punch. Fight for you if you keep on holding. If you
The referee now is warning Mitch Green for holding.
Second time he has warned Green. Now, Green scored with a right hand, and it didn't slow Tyson up a bit.
Now, Tyson's doing what he didn't do against Quick Tillers. You notice when he's tied up, he still works the free hand. He didn't do that against Quick Tillers. Good left hook, solid left hook. Green cannot continue to take these type of shots. It's going to slow him down. It's going to take his toll. Working the body once again, Mike Tyson with that free hand.
The last time we saw Mitch Green in a preliminary fight on the Tubbs Witherspoon card, Ray, lost his mouthpiece 9 times. Is that any sort of indicative of anything in particular?
A lot of times it's fatigue, and also it's a way that fighters get a breather.
Left hand, top of the head.
A lot of times, because of the damage that's done to a person's nose, they have to breathe through the mouth, so they get rid of their mouthpiece. Not a smart thing to do, because that mouthpiece protects you from a broken jaw. Green now waving up to his corner to let him know that he's okay, but he's steady dropping that right hand, and the left hook of Mike Tyson is very, very effective.
That was another big shot right there by Tyson.
Come on, let it go, let it go. Very good, very good.
You notice that Tyson walks in, keeps those hands high. He's a very unorthodox fighter who punches with both hands, and which makes him quite a difficult target.
Yeah, in fact, that's what he says. When I asked him yesterday what his best weapon was, and he said, my elusiveness. He has said nothing about his punching power. He said, I'm elusive. That's what I do best.
And Barry, he's quick. I mean, his hands are faster than people expect or think. Now, see, this is how I got knocked down by Kevin Howard, by moving around too much. You gotta slow down a little bit. When you get lateral movement, you don't need to actually exactly run. Just move from side to side and stick the jab, but snap it. You gotta draw it back quick.
Inside of 10 seconds.
That free hand to the body.
And that's something that he did not do against Quick Tillis.
Yo. Come on, Dad. Come on. Come on.